Well, my brand new window just about got taken out by a flying object, and a big wham. And I looked out and this poor spruce grouse was dead here on the lawn. My wife had just asked me if I ever ate one of these, and I said, well, they're kind of strong, but it looks like I'll be having some spruce grouse for supper. Well, this is sure a shame, and it's quite a tragedy, but we're not going to let it go to waste. They've always said that this meat's a little red and strong, but I'll give it a try tonight on a bit of some wild rice, and we'll see how that turns out like. I haven't shot a grouse up here in a lot of years, probably almost 20 years ago, and that was my friend Hawk. He was big into 44 pistols, and we had shot cartridges for the 44 Magnum pistols and revolvers. The last grouse I shot up here was with the 44 Magnum on the shot cartridge. And I remember going back in the trees and I was cleaning it, and one of these spruce grouse come walking up and kind of looked up at me, and he cocked his head and like what's that all about? And I haven't shot a grouse since. Also, for a little educational purposes, we keep talking about the spruce grouse and all the grit that I put out for them up here. Well, when I get this thing cleaned, we're going to explore where that grit goes in these birds. Not perfect, but it's down. I had to do that so that that nice white pine would get more sunlight. Like I said, it wasn't perfect. If it had been perfect, it would have been about 5 feet this way, and then it wouldn't have snagged that one balsam and brought it down with it. But the tree had a real wicked lean to it, so I'm happy just to have it come down in the close to the spot I wanted it. I could really use that good firewood too, so it's just a matter of the wind was blowing in the right direction today, and I wanted to take advantage of that little push on top to help me out. Time to get the saw sharpened up and get that big mess out of my yard. I kind of spoiled the view for my spruce grouse roaming around. Got this nice vise out here, good daylight. I can see what I'm doing. Makes it a lot nicer than trying to fight it sitting on the ground or over a little rolling log. And 2 tanks of gas later, I just have a lot of hauling and a lot of splitting to do, but this aspen tree we cut down is going to be some really good firewood. And the little white pine growing next to me here is going to appreciate getting some sunlight. Every time I use this particular axe up here, I think of my old friend Hawk. He passed away 23 years ago now, but he spent one evening putting this axe head on. Now, he was Swedish, and he did it with Swedish precision. He whittled, he put the wedges in, he epoxied it in, and after 23 years of use, this axe head is still good and solid. It was done the Swedish way, and it lasted. Okay, we're ready to try out this spruce grouse. Got some nice wild dinner tonight. We got wild rice harvested locally. Here's the breast of that spruce grouse. I went ahead and did the legs just because I was curious. I can see why they don't bother taking them, because there's really nothing there. Then I have some venison backstrap that was supposed to be on the menu tonight. Okay, top that all off with a little piece of cornbread. I like to dress that with a little honey. Well, our meal is almost complete. We just need a little background music now. A little classical music. We're ready to sit down for supper. Try this. Never had spruce grouse before. Not bad. A little chewy, but then I've heard that if you get them early in the season before they eat too many of those spruce needles, they're not bad. I'm going to warn you that I'm going to clean that grouse, and we're going to explore the gizzard. So if you don't want to see that part, I'll see you in the next video. For a bird the size of a grouse, this seems to me like a pretty good sized gizzard. What this gizzard is it's very muscular. And all that grit they're taking in is taken into this and used to grind up all the pine needles and things that it eats. I've always wondered just how much grit do they pile in and how often do they need it to come, and I don't have the answer to all that, but you can see how much muscle is here. And they've done some tests to show the power of what a gizzard can grind up as far as glass balls and such things as that. That muscle contracts and moves, and with the stones in there, it digests that food and cuts it up for them. I'm surprised at what I do see there, or what I don't see. I don't see any of my grit that I brought in, and I think most of that grit is a little bigger. The stone and things I see here are more like 1/16 of an inch, circular gravel pieces, little stone pieces. Some of it's almost clear.